One evening, after Aunt Hattie Mae got out of the bathtub, after she finished taking a bath and gotten dressed and was on her way out of her room, I was in the kitchen and I heard something that didn't sound good. It sounded like there was a big slam on the floor, but it was unusual. It was an unusual slam. And so I called back down the hall and I asked my aunt, I said, "Are you fine?" Because I didn't know whether she was properly dressed or improperly dressed. So I yelled down the hall and I said, "Aunt, are you okay?" And she says, "Help, help." She says, "Come help me quickly." And when I got down the hall, she was dressed, but she was on the floor and she could not get up. Anybody 100 years old, it might be a little hard for them to get up, And so that's around 100 years old, I believe she was, and she says, she said, "I just fell on the floor and I just can't get up." And so I thought, okay, no problem. I'll just pick mine up and we'll keep on going. And when I reached down to, properly pick her up, and, I couldn't budge her. She was just too heavy. And I had been able to pick up before, but this time it was just so heavy. I never tried to pick her straight up in my arms before, but I could easily pick her up if something happened. It was not a problem. And so I tried and I tried and I tried, and I was running out of options, and I was calling on the Lord too. I was like, "Help me, Lord, help me, Jesus," because normally something that was so simple was now extremely heavy, and we weren't getting anywhere. And she says, "Wow." And I said, "Should I call for some additional help?" And she said, "Wait a minute." She says, "There's the angel of the Lord right there." She was able to see the angel. I couldn't see him. And she says, "The angel of the Lord is here now." And she says, "Now try it." Well, it was like almost as easy as picking up a piece of paper. It was so light. I could not see the angel, but she could. And when I went to pick her up that time, it was effortless. It was just like I wasn't even, all I did was kind of had my hand on her. It was no strain for me. And I believe it was from that day forward she desired to use a wheelchair for instances like this. And so, but there's another testimony of the angel of the Lord that he sends. And of course the Lord could come himself, and she was commissioned to do a work for the Lord. And she was where the Lord wanted her to be. God bless you.